Hello everyone, welcome to Weathercast. I hope you are all doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the heavy Mumbai rains that have been predicted by IMD, and also some warnings have been in place. And also I will cover about the how the monsoon season in Maharashtra is likely to pan out. As you all know, monsoon has already entered parts of Maharashtra. I think it has covered southern as well as the central parts of Maharashtra. And in the next 48 hours or so, it will most likely cover entire Maharashtra. And by tomorrow, which is June 9th, it will reach Mumbai because the conditions are highly favorable. So let me start by talking about the heavy Mumbai rains that are expected later this week, most likely from Friday or Saturday onwards. So what I wanted to show is that you can see that activity in the Arabian Sea is picking up. You can see some cloud bands which are not really inland, but most of them are near the coast. But when the westerly winds strengthen, then these cloud bands will be pushed in, and that's how we receive the coastal regions and parts of interior Ghat sections also receive rain as these cloud bands get pushed in. And the strengthening of westerlies happens most likely via two ways. Either a circulation is in the Arabian Sea, which will create a strong westerly burst, and that's how the westerlies will strengthen. Right now, they are not as strong; they are weak to moderate. That's why you're seeing some intermittent moderate rains, not heavy to very heavy. There is no inconvenience as such, no waterlogging, nothing. But that is likely to change because what happens is either a system forms in Arabian Sea or a system. By system, I mean cyclonic circulation, okay, which is a anti-clockwise motion of winds at the lower levels, which is 850 and 700 millibar levels. Or if there is a circulation which is forming in the northern Bay of Bengal, which is somewhere here, and you can see the activity in Bay of Bengal is picking up. It is a lot of cloudiness is seen, especially in the central as well as the northern Bay of Bengal. So this is the likely region where a low pressure is going to form on June 11th, approximately in the afternoon of June 11th. A low pressure system is going to form. So when that happens, it pulls the westerly winds towards this. So winds from the Arabian Sea will be pulled towards Bay of Bengal. So that also creates a westerly burst. So the westerly burst is the main reason when that allows these cloud bands to get pushed in, not only towards the coast but also some distance interior, especially near the Ghats, and that's how the Ghats sections also get heavy rains. Okay, so let me explain it using this wind chart. So what is going to happen around? So let us say Mumbai monsoon is going to make an onset tomorrow, which is June 9th. I'm recording this video on June 8th night, so I'll most likely will upload it tomorrow morning, which is June 9th morning. But tomorrow, June 9th, is when the onset is going to happen. And this is the wind chart that I'm showing for June 12th. But nevertheless, once the onset happens, um, then the westerly winds will likely gain little bit of strength. So starting tomorrow onwards, there is a very high chance of moderate to heavy rains, intermittent moderate to heavy rains for the next 48 hours, which means until June 11th, mid morning or late afternoon. Okay. After that, what's happening is you can see that there is a cyclonic wind circulation which is seen in Arabian Sea, and there is also a low pressure which is going to form in Bay of Bengal, and that generally is a kind of serious indication of some heavy to very heavy rains for North Konkan as well as parts of South Konkan, because of what I explained before, that leads to a westerly burst. And this trough, which is the cyclonic circulation which leads to formation of a trough, which is also known as offshore trough, that offshore trough will allow cloud bands to form in the sea, because there is high availability of moisture. And once those cloud bands have enough energy or enough momentum to come towards the land because of these strong westerly winds that we are talking about, then it's usually bad scenario in terms of rain, because then we expect some inconvenient rains which could cause waterlogging, severe waterlogging, and maybe flooding in the low-lying areas. So that is what is the risk that is coming towards places around North Konkan, including Palghar, starting from Palghar all the way to uh, coastal Karnataka, which is Mangalore. There is a good chance that between 11th and 13th, we may have heavy to very heavy rains. So we have to be on slight watch. Okay, and I have explained the dynamics. Dynamics are have a tendency to change slightly here and there, but if a low pressure forms in the northern Bay of Bengal, then most likely there is a 90% chance that heavy rains will occur on this region. Of course, also for east coast, which is Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and parts of northern Andhra Pradesh. That region is also directly affected, but the indirect effect is this offshore trough, which forms these cloud bands and pushes it towards the North Konkan. And as these westerlies, if they are very strong, then they may also make way inwards towards the interior parts, which is Nashik, Pune, which can receive moderate to heavy rains during the weekend. Okay. And these rains will also be good for catchment areas, because so far catchment areas have not received very heavy rains. It is good for water supply, or it is good to recharge the lakes. But for the city, it's not good, because it will cause inconvenience in transport, traffic, and all those things. Okay, so there are pros and cons. So that's just we have to understand that. All right, so that is as far as the window of 11 to 13th goes. I'm only looking at from 11 to 13th. There is a possibility that it would get extended to 14th as well, but those things we can look at it later. And of course, these are initial predictions, kind of crude. We can refine it once we see how the low pressure forms. So 24 hours or 36 hours before the impending event, it's possible to tell what is the quantum of rain that could be received. Okay, so by June 11th, clear-cut idea, picture would be there. Okay, so follow near real-time monitoring by IMD or other weather bloggers as well. Okay, but just keep an eye out for these dates, because weekend, which is Saturday, Sunday, going into Monday, there could be some inconvenient rains, which are typical Mumbai heavy rains that we have seen in the past as well. Okay, so now going to the Maharashtra monsoon, what is expected. I'm just going to give you a very this particular thing has been I've been trying to make it for a long time. This particular video on Maharashtra monsoon, I couldn't find time, so I'm just clubbing it with this video. Okay. Of course, this particular system, which is active phase of the monsoon, which is there, will also give some rains to central India, but not very heavy rains. It may give moderate to heavy rains. So that means it is good to start off with the agricultural activity for these interior Maharashtra, especially Marathwada and Vidarbha regions. Okay. So June is the sowing season will start on time. So June is going to be a good month, especially for agricultural community, is what I feel. Mainly because the ENSO is neutral right now, which is the El Nino Southern Oscillation is neutral, and it is expected to be neutral for almost entire monsoon season till September or October. So that is not a bad sign. However, the picture is not complete without looking at IOD, which is the Indian Ocean Dipole, which is the more local kind of phenomenon, because this is Pacific, so it is more like a teleconnection, whereas this is more local because it is our Indian Ocean, which is Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, which we know that they play a major role in governing the monsoon. So if you look at the Indian Ocean Dipole, then you see that right now it is neutral. Green indicates neutral, good, which is good. But come August, then the negative IOD is looking like it's going to dominate. These are ensembles from many international models. So if a negative IOD forms in August, then it is not good for central India, especially rainfall in central India. So even if June and July are good, then August and September may not be that good, and I don't know a clear-cut picture what it will do to the agricultural community as such. So that's why I don't want to comment on it anyhow, because I'm not an expert in that. but there is a chance that August and September may have below normal rainfall, or or slightly below normal rainfall. Okay, especially for the central India. Okay, so as far as outlook looks, June and July are June is going to be very good. July may be normal. August and September is something to watch out. It's too soon to say anything, so we will keep a watch on it. Um, but as of now, there is a chance that August and September may not bore well. Okay, for a very good monsoon. Okay, so which brings me to this slide. Although this I had posted long time back in my video on monsoon 2021, although there is a chance that entire Maharashtra will end up in a normal category of rainfall, but when you look at district wise, then of course we don't know what's going to happen. So there is a possibility that especially this region, central India region or central Maharashtra region, may end up normal or slightly below normal. Okay, so we have to be on watch for that. Okay, that is my personal opinion. Okay, please follow IMD for all the official updates. Alright, so this is what I wanted to cover in this video. Please be careful about the upcoming rains, which are good for recharging the water reservoirs, but come with inconvenience when we are living in a city. So just be on the watch, follow all the guidelines and warnings from IMD. And also, I will also put up updates on my Twitter as well as probably a YouTube video on that closer to the date. So please keep a watch on that. Thank you and have a safe weekend. Bye.